What's good, everybody? How you all feeling out there? Me too. Let's get the live chats going. Let's converse. Let's talk politics. Not. Never gonna get politics from me, man. Never. I'm here for music. Good vibes. You don't want to listen to me when it comes to advice. But at least I know when to keep my mouth shut. At least I'm not one of these guys that thinks he knows about politics and voices their opinions about stuff they know nothing about. I would never do that. When I don't know something, I keep my mouth shut. Fortunately, guitar is something that I'm very passionate about, and I like to think I know a little bit something about it. So, that being said, I'm going to jam for you guys, like I always do. I'm feeling a little funky today. Random bloke. How's it going, man? Yo, what up, Duff? I know you guys from Biohazard? Hell yeah, man. Biohazard is one of my favorite bands of all time. Great guys, man. Danny, Billy, Bobby. Also good friends with Scott. Filled in for Evan for a while. You know, Evan's always been very cool too. Big fan of his. Yeah, I always talk about how, you know, how important Biohazard was for me growing up as a kid. Around here in New Jersey where I live, you know, Biohazard was the biggest thing, you know, ever for a kid like me growing up here in Jersey. And I still think they're one of the best bands ever. They're definitely in my top 10 bands of all time. And we had all the best bands where I grew up here outside New York City. You know, one of my favorite metal bands of all time is Overkill, man. And I would put Biohazard right up there. What up, Joe? Beautiful view I'm looking at what part are you talking about? Is it guitar solo in Gladiator? I don't remember there being an effect on any of the riffs on that song. Slade is Gladiator. I've got my riffs and my Bible all over there. And actually, the solo I did on that song got some really interesting licks that I came up with. I'm not really sure. I don't remember Legions, man. I'll have to go back. I'll listen to that song, alright? And I'll get back to you about what solo. I can't remember all the songs sometimes, man. I gotta go back and listen to it, man. But I will. Say, man, you said something about Decapitated. I didn't get all that, but I like that band. They're great, man. We were supposed to tour with Decapitated a couple of years ago, but remember they got involved in all that, and whatever happened exactly. I'm not sure, and I don't think, or maybe no, they couldn't get into the country. Something happened, but I was actually really looking forward to touring with Decapitated because I really do like that band a lot. Very talented musicians in Poland. They're all very knowledgeable musicians, A lot of great death metal, obviously. Behemoth and Vader. Vader is another great band from Poland, and I always enjoy that a lot. I don't know what's up. All my guitars are out of tune today. Maybe 1 minute to tune. So, yeah, what was that question again, Joe, about Decapitated? I do love that band. Really good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, remember that? Yeah, he's a Machine Head now, right? That's cool, man. It's funny, I actually, for a minute, a couple of years ago, when they were having that big auditions for the guitar position in Machine Head, I actually had a friend who really wanted me to audition for it. And I did come very close to possibly auditioning for Machine Head. Which would have been great because I love Machine Head, and I think Rob Flynn is a super talented, cool dude. I've toured with him, so we had a mutual friend, Rob and me, and that mutual friend was in talks, apparently with those guys to try to get me an audition, but it just didn't work out. It just on my end, I just was very busy with Soulfly at the time, but it would have been funny, if. And I do love Machine Head, and I'm sure the new dude is doing great. From what I've seen in videos. I love Machine Head; they're awesome. Haha, I like that, Machine Rizzo. That's funny. I'll call that my next solo record. But anyway, I was contemplating it. I was at least to go on the audition. Not saying I would have got it, but I do love Machine Head, and I think that would have been interesting if I did play Machine Head. That would be an interesting mix. So, but anyway, all good. Yeah, Duff Drum. Yeah, I mean, This is not an SG, it's a diamond, but it's very similar to a Gibson SG. I got new strings on here, so I'm trying to keep it in tune the best I can, you know. So it is what it is, man. You know, I'm not really a big Floyd Rose guy either. You know, with the locking systems, I'd rather just really stretch my strings on a standard bridge like that or a Gibson, you know, and hope to not go out of tune. Yeah, exactly. Break a string on a Floyd, man. Forget about it. You know. Now you gotta restring it. That's what you do it. Pain in the butt. And I don't do enough whammy stuff. I always say if I'm gonna have a Floyd Rose hooked up on the guitar, then I have to have a guitar tech. You know, let them deal with it because I don't want to deal with the Floyd. Yeah, I play some guitars with those heavy tuners, man. You know, I know that they're supposed to be really good at keeping your guitar in tune. I played the one where even when you would bend the string, it wouldn't bend. It would change pitch. I know there's a setting on it. I'd like to check them out a little bit more because I do like to be in tune all the time. That is pretty cool that the guitar never goes out. So I'd have to mess with them. You know, I know they're an expensive system to put in some of your favorite guitars. Maybe one of these days I'll get a guitar with the system put in and see how it works for me. Hopefully it's easy to string because that's really one of my biggest issues with like Floyd Roses is, you know, it's so intricate to restring it. You know, I like a system like this. Just boom, right in, out, tune it up, and start playing. You know, for me that's really important to me that it's easy to string up. That's why I love Gibson SGs, you know, with this shape. It's very simple to string and to play. Very comfortable. Yeah, I know about the locking system. What is it? What the hell is it called? I forgot the name. Where you, on the back where you twist it, it locks back here. Some Roselles. I've had them on some of my older guitars. Honestly, I didn't really see much of a difference, you know, as far as like staying in tune. I didn't really notice too much of a difference compared to a standard system like this, you know, where there is no locking system. You know, you got to stretch your strings, man. You know, you got to just take some time to stretch them and get them in tune. And I try not to bend too much either. I'm not a real big bender. You know, I'm more into just doing vibrato and sliding into notes instead of. I try not to bend too much, you know, just for tuning issues, you know. So, but I would like to try that Ever Tune system. That does seem cool, and I have tried some. You know, we'll see what happens, man. Maybe one of these days I'll get me a guitar with that system. But again, if it's not easy to restring, I don't want to deal with it. That's cool, man, that they're using that. Top 5 bands you loved growing up. Well, we just talked about 2 of them. Overkill's one of my favorite metal bands of all time. Biohazard was one of my favorite bands ever, still is. You know, all the classics, man. Old Metallica, old Slayer, Megadeth, Pantera. You know, I'm a, you know, listen, man. There's a reason why these bands are considered the greats because they are the greats. You know, but there's a lot of other great bands. You know, I mean, I'm so much into thrash metal and old school death metal. So like Suffocation, Obituary. I love old Deicide, Cannibal Corpse. Sacred Reich is a great thrash metal band from back in the day. Exodus. Old Suicidal Tendencies. I mean, all the classics, man. You know, there's a reason why these bands are considered classic metal because they just were incredible at what they do. Yeah, dude, I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, man. You know, I mean, obviously, it all starts with Sabbath. Obviously, you know, Sabbath is basically are the originators of heavy metal. But for me, man, I love Iron Maiden, dude. Iron Maiden is just, you know, they never put out a bad record, never put out a bad song. The guitar playing, but it's a close, you know, decision between Sabbath and Iron Maiden. But for me, man, I'm just a huge Maiden fan. You know, Bruce Dickinson is one of my favorite singers of all time. You know, Steve Murray and Adrian Smith are two of my favorite guitar players ever. You know, yeah. This Dean I was just playing before. This has a Kaler system on it. I never. This is my first guitar I ever owned that had a Kaler system. Seemed cool, but I haven't strung it yet. So you know that's going to be the determining factor is if it's easy to string. Because again, I don't like to spend time having to string a guitar, dude. You know, I just the minute I get a guitar in my hand, I want to play, I want to practice, I want to write music. I don't want to be tinkering with things and doing tech work. That's just not for me. Which is why I love this guitar right here and this system of just a standard string that's going right into the body and just into the tuners. You know, it's just more convenient for me. Oh yeah, King Diamond. I love King Diamond, man. He's incredible. Andy LaRock, man, one of my favorite guitar players, man, too. You know, that's actually what got me into Death was the record Andy LaRock played on. Yeah, Seymour Duncans are cool, man. You know, I'm an EMG guy, but before I started playing EMG, I was using Seymour Duncans, um, and they're cool, man. You know, they're cool. My favorite El Nino song to play. Um, Probably If You Still Hate Me. That was always one of my favorite El Nino songs. If You Still Hate Me and Rip Out Your Eyes. Those were the two songs that I basically wrote most of the music. You know, I think Dave helped with arrangements too, as he always did. But those were the two I really brought to the table to El Nino. That really didn't change much during recording of the first record, and it was really the sound that I really preferred with El Nino, which was just a heavier, more heavy stuff, you know. Um, and What's up, Tony Zag? How are you? And Yeah, so but this new El Nino record is awesome. It's better than anything those guys have ever done in the past. We've ever done in the past. It's just a super heavy record, and most importantly, the new singer is incredible, man. Marcos, the new singer now is just one of the best singers in metal, man. I mean, once you see this guy live, you'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, he rocks out live. He's spot on in tune. The dude is just super talented, so I'm very excited to be working with Marcos. How to play Remember the Future someday. Um, yeah, that's a great song. You know, Remember the Future is very simple. Just on electric, it sounded real simple. Just A. It's got that like a slow rumba feel, and then those harmonies. we could go more into detail with it another time when I'm playing my acoustic. You know, I think I said yesterday I would go acoustic today. I'm sorry, I got to restring my acoustic. I got old strings on them, and I don't play acoustic as much as I used to. I've really been locked in playing more electric lately. Right on, man. Yeah, it was a good song too. God hates us. God hates us all. I'm sorry. God save us. God hates us is a Slayer song. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today, man. The guitar I chose today is this, man. My Diamond style SG. This is a real sweet guitar. Real sweet. Guys, you have any questions, man? I'm here to talk. That's what I'm here for, man. Jamming and talking to you guys, man. So, yeah, we had a great tour with Hail the Horns last weekend. We were out in the Midwest. Real good time. The weekend before that, we were out on the Northeast New England area. And we're supposed to be going to Montana this weekend, but I'm waiting to hear exactly what's going on because one of our guys may be sick. You'll hear about it on social media soon, I'm sure. So we'll see what happens, you know. From Russia, right on, man. Love going to Russia, man. Always a good time. I love the borscht soup in Russia. It's always a lot of fun to be there, you know. Come to Austin. Hey, I was in Austin not too long ago, right? I played over at Come and Take It Live. I did one of my solo gigs there, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I think. That's a great venue, man. Or the Dirty Dog Bar. That's a cool spot. All right, let me do some more jamming. My view today is amazing, guys. Just gotta tell you. So anyway, what else is new, guys? Anything you want to talk about? Hit me up. Now's the time. Ask me, how was it playing with Igor? He's a great drummer. Yeah, you know, Igor, obviously, you know, I'm a big fan of what he did all those years, you know, in Sepultura, man. So, you know, for me, it was really cool, you know, to make records with him and to be part of the writing process of the Cavalier Conspiracy records. You know, I know I put my heart and soul in those records, and it was a lot of fun, you know, to be tracking and recording and mixing it up with Igor's drumming, you know. Cool. All right, here we go. Let's see what this jam's all about. Am I cool with Christian? Nah, haven't talked to him in a very, very long time. Yeah, nah, we haven't talked in forever, so. Right on, man. I'm not taking this jam. You can't win them all, you know? What else, guys? Ask away. I'm here to talk. What do you guys want to know? Yeah, you know, I'll tell you, specifically the first Cavalier Conspiracy record, that was one of my favorites, man. You know, there was a lot of work that went into that record. I think everybody was very focused on the making of that record. Hi. And it showed on that record. And, you know, the other thing I've said before, if you watch my videos here, the unsung hero of that first Cavalier Conspiracy record was Joe Duplantier from Gojira. Joe's a great dude, super talented guitar player, singer, and he had a major part in the writing of that first record. That's a fact. He never got the credit he deserved, and I think that's why he didn't decide to continue with the Cavalier Conspiracy. I think when he kind of saw what the deal was and that you're being asked to write, but you're not going to get credit, I think that's when he bounced, and it affected the second record because as much as I love Blunt Force Trauma, I do feel like there was a recipe between myself and Max and Igor and Joe, all four of us working together, and that's what makes that record so incredible, And I really wish Joe would have got writing credit on that first record, and then would have wanted to stay in the band because he was being credited for his work, and then would have made the next 2 3 records with us because he a super talented dude, and I love Gojira. I mean, obviously they're one of the greatest metal bands out there right now over the last like what 10 15 years, and I think it did hurt. I think it did hurt Cavalier Conspiracy when Joe didn't continue writing with us. I really do. I really do think it wasn't a good thing that he left. Right on, Joe Lopez. Well, you know the deal, man. You know the deal. We've all heard the stories. I'm not saying anything bad. The rest of the world is, though. It's not my problem, though. I'm here for you guys. Yeah, Blunt Force Trauma was a great record, man. I love that record, too. I think it's just as good as the first Cavcon record. But, again, I do think we were missing that element that Joe brought to the band. His writing style, his guitar playing is a very unique style that he has, and he came up with ideas and riffs that it's not my style to write like that, and it really was cool. Like for instance, we had a song on the first Cavalier Conspiracy record called Black Ark, right? And he did this really cool riff. It was like the intro, right? Very Gojira, like some spooky chords or something like that. And it was incredible. And he actually played guitar on that record too. I had my sister was getting married when we were recording in LA, and I had to fly home for like 2 or 3 days for the wedding. Um, and So as I was away, Joe, for some reason, I guess, was asked to record guitars on specifically on the songs that he had a big part of the writing in, and he did. And I didn't know he was doing that, but when I came and I heard it, it was like, dude, this is incredible, man. So he did actually, and it doesn't credit him on the record, surprise, surprise, but he did play on like four. He played rhythm guitars on, I think it was Inflicted, that song Black Ark, Ultra Violent, and maybe one more. He played all the rhythms. I didn't even play rhythm on Inflicted. I didn't play rhythm. I didn't play rhythm on Black Ark or Ultra Violent. I just did the solos. And if you listen to that, man, it's really cool. It's cool to hear Joe's style with what I do with my leads and my melodies. Maybe in the future I could work with Joe again because I'm a huge fan of his and he's a great dude. And it'd be cool to work with that dude again, man. Super talented. Super talented. So, yeah. What else, guys? Come on, man. Ask questions. I'm in a talkative mood. How many of you guys want to see more of my workout videos, man? Thinking about doing a bunch more of those, man. I know you guys were apparently digging them when I was doing them a couple weeks back, right? Right on, Duff Drum. Well, hey, man. Um, they'll do what they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to get a great guitar player and do their thing. And that's cool. I wish them the best, because I'm doing my thing too. And I'm always playing those songs in my set list, that's the one thing. Like this weekend, Hail the Horns, we went out there and we played some Cavalier Conspiracy, we played some Soulfly, and we're going to continue doing that. And I can't wait. Joe Lopez asked, do I still talk to Bobby Burns? No, I haven't talked to him since it all went down with him over 10 years ago. Joe Nunez, I was talking to. We had a project. It was called Return Fire. I had recorded solos on it. Didn't do any writing. I just played solos on that record. There was talks about us doing shows but I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. You know, I've hit him up a few times, and there was no answer out of him. So I don't know what's up. No idea. What's that, Duff Drum? Nah, you didn't see me with Bobby. It was me, Tony, and Dave Kincaid. We jumped up and did Plato o Plomo, the Soulfly song, Plato o Plomo. We did it in Chicago this last weekend because Dave lives out there. So he came out and we jammed. We hadn't played together in like 12 years or 10 years or something. And it was awesome, man. It was great to jam with Kincaid again, man. You know, he's a great drummer. Made my favorite Soulfly record. Stuff like Pink Floyd solos. Sure, I love Pink Floyd, man. They're great, you know. I don't know any offhand, but I could learn them, you know. I definitely love David Gilmour. He's incredible. Newer metal bands. You know what, man? There's a lot of good bands out there. I love Havoc. I don't think they're really new, but they're newer, right? Havoc is one of my favorite bands, you know. What's my secret? Your secret is to hang out with people younger than you. It keeps you young. It's the fountain of youth, you know. I always joke around, you're only as old as your girlfriend, and mine is 24. Woo! 24. So that being said, that keeps me young, you know. I would never go older. No, 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 no. I'm 44 and she's 24. Oh yeah. Boom. Alright, I gotta jam, guys. I can talk and jam. I'm in a funky mood. Yeah, I'll do some more workout videos soon. And honestly, that's what keeps you young, is exercise. Exercise is so important. I'm gonna work out tonight. Tell us a funny tour story. I got so many. Some stuff I can tell, some stuff I can't. Also go check out my project, Revenge Beast. I put up a bunch of videos of some of our new material here on YouTube. And I think we do have a YouTube channel. So get over there and subscribe. And some of the stuff I got going on is really cool, man. I think you guys are going to love Revenge Beast, I promise you. Yeah, music is in my blood, brother. Hey guys, you know, listen. I really do. I need all your support, especially with everything going on right now. I got all these new projects that you're probably not. Most people aren't going to hear about this stuff because I don't have the backing, of a major label. So please help spread the word of my projects, like Revenge Beast, my solo stuff, what I'm doing with, Hail the Horns, and obviously this new El Nino record's coming out, which I'm super excited for you guys to hear too. So I really respect you guys for all the support and spreading the word, man. I used to have a lot more. I'm really not I'm not like a big guitar collector. I have maybe a couple guitars around. I mean, right now I probably have about 10 or 15, maybe 15 guitars, and that's too many, man. I'm a one guitar kind of guy, man. Like, if you ever see me play live, I usually just play the same guitar all night, and if I break a string, then I'll do the backup guitar. But I'm so much more into just playing one guitar. You know, you get used to it, and that's what I like. You know, the most money I spent on the guitar. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I bought a guitar. You know, probably I think I bought one for maybe 2,000, maybe Gibson SG one time. You know, Tellys, yeah, Tellys are cool, man. I can get down on a Telly. I don't own one, I've never owned a Telly, but I like rocking on it when I get a chance to. You know? So, anyway, guys. Yeah, bro, if you come out to my solo gigs, man, a lot of times I sell guitars at my shows. So, come on out, you know? You can private message me too, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. You know, I'm always collecting guitars and fixing them up and playing them live and sometimes selling them. Thank you, Duff. I appreciate it, bro. You know, again, I've been doing these live streams for a long time. Even before COVID, I've been doing these things. You know, I've always loved just hanging out, jamming, and just talking to you guys, man. You know, for me, this is fun. So, ask questions. I'm here to talk. I've been told that before, and you know, I've even noticed too, the musicians that are super passionate about playing their instruments and about music, which I am. I'm just super passionate about playing guitar. Yes, I'll be down in North Carolina on the Nita Strauss tour starting December 1st, so look out for me. Check out the schedule. Anyway, musicians that are passionate about playing their instrument like I am, you know, there is no rock star stuff because you just love doing what you do and you love talking to fans. You know, it's not a job, it's what you love. So if I come off that way, thank you very much. You know, I'm just a dude who just is passionate about playing guitar and getting better. And for me, that's why I'm in this game. You know, it's not for other reasons. You know, I just love music and playing guitar and getting better. I think that's why a lot of times too, you know, if you look at me, you know, look, I got no tattoos, no piercings, you know, I mean, that's cool if that's what people are into, you know, but I'm into music, man. I don't care what I'm wearing. I mean, that's why a lot of times, if you come see me play live in any of the bands I've been in, you know, I'm basically wearing what I'm wearing right now, you know, cargo shorts, a baseball cap, a shirt, skulls on it, you know, like I'm not into all that poser stuff, getting all decked out and, you know, putting emphasis on what I'm wearing on stage, you know, it's not for me. I like to play my instrument, that's what's important to me. Thank you. See this everyone. You know, I really, when I play live, I'm very much trying to be a perfectionist. For me, putting on a good show and playing good, being happy with my performance, that's the most important thing about being a guitar player. I don't care about anything else. And I don't even care what kind of music it is. You know, if I'm shredding, I want to play tight to the best of my ability. If I'm playing with a hardcore band, then I still want to play tight, you know. Who am I endorsing right now? That's a great question. You know, I have my signature Washburn. I need to reach out to those guys. I haven't talked to them a bit. I heard there's been a lot of changes at the company, so I got to see what's going on with Washburn, because they do make my beautiful signature Parallax 7-string, you know. And so I got to see, you know, if they're still going to continue making it, which I hope they are. Otherwise, Diamond has been hooking me up with some nice guitars. This is a beautiful guitar. And I've also been talking to Dean. So, you know, I just got to see what's going on where everybody's head is at. Because I'm really, you know, now that I'm free from Soulfly, I'm putting a lot more of my attention on my solo project. And all my other projects. You know, doing it on email, obviously, is a priority for me. So I want a company who's going to really support me, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the future holds. At Ground Zero, man, it's gonna be a fun show. You know, it's funny, I never used to be picky about guitar strings, but since I've been with GHS, I'll tell you, man, I really like GHS strings. I've been with them for about 10 years now, I think, and I noticed I never really pop strings, man. They're very strong, made very great, and they sound great, and more importantly, I barely ever pop strings, which for me, that's very important, because I don't like popping strings, especially live in concert. You know, it's a huge pain in the ass when you pop a string and then you got to switch guitars, you know. So yeah, GHS, man, I love them. Right on, man. We'll see you at the show. Ron's room. My favorite venue to play in the U.S. Let me think. There's so many, man. You know, for me, man, it's more important. Like, I'm not so much concerned with like the venue as far as the venue. I'm more concerned, honestly, with what's going around the venue. You know, cool restaurants, maybe a beach or something. But probably I like all the House of Blueses, man. They always got a really cool sound system, and in a cool area, in like some sort of downtown area. So probably House of Blues, man. I like them all. They're all in really cool parts of whatever city, you know. But I should also say one of my favorite places to play that I just played the other night is Top Fuel Saloon over in Braidwood, Illinois. Our good friend Freak runs that place, man. He owns it, and he's just a great dude, man. You know, he's very hospitable to all the bands, and really cool spot, man. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for all the questions and for tuning in. And I'm going to get out of here, all right? You all have a great day, and a lot of good stuff coming up, man. So keep in touch, all right, man? Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm trying to do these live feeds every day and grow this YouTube channel. So please help me with that. Subscribe and spread the word, man. All right, man. Have a great night, guys. Peace.